Hi guys, good to see you again today. We hope you guys are having fun. We are having a little bit of fun here experimenting with some things. Today we're going to be playing with fire. Is fire something you should play with at home without adult supervision? Definitely not. So all the experiments that we're going to do with fire today, please don't do them at home. Some of them you probably won't be able to do at home, but one of them you might. So today we're going to use a pretty cool substance called lycopodium powder. And I'm going to show you what it does first, and then I'll tell you a little bit more about lycopodium powder. All right, so I'm going to light my torch here. I'm just going to spray some lycopodium. Whoa! Did you see that? Here we go. Ready? Maybe. Whoa! All right. So watch this though. You notice that I was squirting the lycopodium at the flame, but watch what happens when I try to light it just on the ground. Do you see any big flames happening? No, not really. So what happened here with lycopodium powder? It's pretty cool stuff. So it is actually a fungus. It's a part of the club moss family, and it's very flammable. So we have it in powder form here, and when it's in the air, when it's kind of airborne, it is more flammable than it is just sitting on a surface or on the ground. So as you noticed, if you're using your observation skills, I shot the lycopodium powder onto the flame and a big fireball erupted. So it's a pretty cool thing to experiment with. Again, you probably don't have lycopodium powder hanging around your house, but fire experiments should definitely be done with adult supervision or not at all. So now we're moving on to the second fire experiment. We have some strips of paper. We have two different clear liquids, and we have, of course, our fire source, which is our lighter. So I'm going to take the first bit of paper, stick it down in the clear liquid. All right, so my paper is soaked with the liquid. And we're going to watch what happens when I try to light the paper, and try to see if you can guess what liquid I'm using just by how the paper reacts to the flame. Is anything happening? Not a whole lot is happening here. So do you have any thoughts on what this clear liquid might be, just based on its reaction to the paper's reaction to the flame? All right, you might. So we're going to use our second clear liquid. We're going to dip our paper down in the clear liquid. And again, we're going to let it drip off a bit. And we're going to light it. Whoa, a much different reaction that time. Still going. Okay, so we even have some flames happening inside of our beaker there. All right, so do you have any guesses on what this clear liquid might be based on the reaction of the paper and now what's happening inside the beaker? Yeah, so obviously this is a flammable liquid and this one is not, because the paper lit on fire, and then subsequently the beaker lit on fire. But you'll notice that the paper didn't really burn. It burnt a little bit at the top where it wasn't soaked so much in the liquid, and the liquid continues to burn inside of there, or at least the gases that are coming off of the liquid continue to burn. So the two clear liquids that we were using for this experiment was water. This one was water. So when we dipped the paper into the water, of course the paper didn't light because it was wet and it just couldn't get a flame sparked there. But then when we dipped the paper into the alcohol is flammable. And you'll notice that even the gases of the alcohol are flammable. So when we dipped the paper into the alcohol and set it on fire, it caught on fire. But it wasn't the paper that was on fire, it was the alcohol that was on fire. So all of that alcohol was burned off, but the paper was left largely untouched. And now what is burning inside of my beaker here is the gas that's coming off of the alcohol and a little bit of the alcohol itself. And it'll probably keep going until A, I blow it out, or B, it burns up all of the alcohol that's in the beaker. All right, so those were pretty fun. Oh, and of course it's gonna stop right as soon as I say that, right? That's how science works. All right, guys. Well, that was some fun with fire, just some fun experimentation. Some of the experiments that you'll see during these clay dates you can do from home or at home, but please do not experiment with fire without your parents helping you out or at all, because fire can be dangerous. So please do not use fire without adult supervision. Thanks, guys, and we hope to see you soon.